Hi everybody, once again you're welcome to my YouTube tutorial, and in this video we'll be talking about order reports, and this is a logistic data, and we will be analyzing this data which we've analyzed before, and I'm going to be teaching you everything about this dashboard. I'm going to be teaching you what we really needed to be done, and also the design and everything about these other reports. So you can see the title is other reports. What do we really want to, or what they really want to? They want to see the total sales, and they want to see the profit after sales, and they want to see the order, which we are seeing as this, and they want to see the number of customers that really make those sales, and also the states, number of states that bought these products, and also, and they want to see the segment, and which we already have here. Order by region, we can see what they have. Order by category, order by segment. These are what you'll be learning in this tutorial, and we have our slicer here, our filter to filter everything around here. I'm going to be teaching you this from the scratch, and if you are new to this channel, this is what we do. We build visualization around data using Microsoft Power BI, using Microsoft Excel, and also using Looker Studio. We are going to be starting a tutorial soon on Looker Studio, as many of you that would like to learn how to use Looker Studio to analyze and visualize their data. You will find that in this wonderful channel. We also have tutorial on SQL, and also I'm going to be doing a video on how to download my SQL workbench, so that as many of you that really need it because someone requested for it, I'm going to teach you how to download my SQL workbench so that you'll be able to use it to follow along in the tutorial. And if you want to learn anything about Python, we also have that as well here. So what the next thing we are going to do, don't forget I'm going to provide the data set that you need to follow along, and you will not be left alone. If you need any assistance, if you need any question, please you can just put it in the comment section. And please, if you find this video interesting, if you find this video useful, please subscribe, please share, and please also make a comment, and also like the video as well, so that others can as well enjoy it. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to open our blank Power BI. I already have my home blank Power BI opened. Then from here, we are going to begin our journey. You can see we have a blank report. We have one Lake Data Hub. We have Excel workbook. We have SQL Server. We have Learn with Sample Data. We have Get Data from other cells. So we are going to click on blank report. So we have the blank report already opened. Then the next thing we are going to do, we are going to get our data set. If you have not opened your Power BI, blank Power BI, please open your blank Power BI so that we can take the ride together. So we have our blank report already. Then the next thing is we are going to get our data where we save our data. So we use get data. You can also import your data from Excel if your data is in Excel. Then you can also get data from other source. So we are going to get, and you can also get your data, import data from Microsoft Excel workbook. You can use so many so many ways to get your data. So the first thing is we are going to click here, and we are going to get our data. So we allow it to open. Then from there we are going to Excel workbook. Then we click connect. Then from there we are going to allow it to open. Then I have my data store as data source. Then I'm going to upload this data. then let's wait and for us to have the first view of this data. One thing I'm going to let you know is this. If you're analyzing the data, please first of all get familiarized with your data. If your data is in a Excel workbook or your data is in CSV, make sure you open the data, look at the data very well from the Excel workbook or from the CSV before you start to analyze the data. So because already you will know what is missing, what need to be adjusted, what need to be cleaned in the data, and also what you need to do is going to be given to you. If they need, probably they need 5 KPIs telling you we need, in the KPIs, show total sales, show total profit, show total quantity. Already the instruction will be given, because some of you might be thinking, how will I be able to start analyzing? Did I know what to do? You'll be given the instruction of what to do. If you're working for a company may tell you that, oh, we want to see the profit and the sales of last month. And what are you going to do? You are going to use month to visualize that. So we have our navigator and we have our data source, which is the one we uploaded. Then we have to click on sheet 1 in order for us to open our data. You can see this is our data that we have here, screen to the left and also screen to the right. So you can either load your data directly to the data model panel where you are going to be visualizing your data, which is where we are here. But one thing I will always love to do, either the data is cleaned or the data is uncleaned, I always love to transform my data. So I'm going to click on transform data. And when you click on transform data, it takes you directly to Power Query Editor. And this is the Power Query Editor. And in the Power Query Editor, this is where we do some cleaning, adjustments, data modeling, everything in our Power Query. Power Query Editor is a very strong and a broad, something you will really enjoy to use. And if you want me to make a tutorial based on this, you can just let me know. I'm going to also teach you so many things that you need to know here. And you can also refer back to some of my videos whereby I've taught so many things about how to use this. And we're going to use part of them as well now. So the first thing we are going to look is, are we good to view? From the view, I'm going to check on column quality. I want to check the quality of each column. And as you can see, scroll. When I scroll to the right and to the left, you can see I have virtually 100% valid data, and error is 0, empty is 0. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. And once I see that I have 100% valid data, the next thing is I'm going to uncheck it. I will go back to home. Then from home, I'm going to check the data type to see if I have the date in the dates format, if I have the ship mode in the right data format, which is test, that's good. Customer ID, I have them. Then also I have customer name, that's good. I have them in the very right order, and also state. I should have states also in another format. I should have states. I can decide to have state in a text format, which is what we're having. And I can decide to have state in this format. Again, let me show you. I can have my state in date time zone, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to have it the way it is as a text. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to split. So splitting, we come to this customer ID. So I'm going to click on the customer ID, and I'm going to, I won't turn it to text, because if I'm turning this to a number, I think I'm going to get some error. So let's first of all, let's turn it to a whole number, and let's see. And see what we have for replace. Let me see. You can see we are having error because that is a wrong format. So we remove it because we are having both text and a number. So we are going to split here. How do we split? You can right click from here. You can go to split column. You have it there. Then we can also use split column from the top here. So I'm going to use this split column and I'm going to split by delimiter. That is what I'm going to do. Split by delimiter, and let's wait for it to be open. So we have a custom, which is this already. Then the next thing I just have to do is for me to click OK, and I'm going to have it split. So I'm going to have it OK. You can see we have customer ID 1 and customer ID 2. I'm going to leave it this way because I don't really need this. I don't really need this. This is what I need, but I'm going to leave it as customer ID 1 and customer ID 2. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to auto split order ID. Let me look for the order ID. This is the order ID. As you can see, we have the order ID in the, we have number, we have text, we have number, we have text. So the same format that we used, and I'm going to split by delimiter as well. Then I'm going to wait custom because we have dash in between. Then I'm going to say OK to it. This is one way that you can split. So we have the order ID, we have this United States, then we also have order ID 1, order ID 2, we have order ID 3. So I'm going to remove order ID 2. I don't really need it. I only need order ID 3. So I'm going to just change it to order ID 2. I'm going to make it order ID 2. Then I'm going to make this order ID 1. I'm just going to put a dot in between. Then I'll come back to this. Well, the best is, let's remove this. We don't really need it. Let me come back to order ID 2. We don't need the order ID 2. Let's remove it. Then the order ID 2, we make it just the order ID. That's good. Then we go to the customer ID. We don't need it. So I'm going to remove this. Remove. So then we turn this to customer ID. So that is the only thing we just need to do here. And let me see if everything is correct. I have to check the format if I'm having the right format again. Otherwise, we might have problem in our data. You can see the format has changed, so we don't. I'm going to change it back to date. Let me have this back to date. I'm also going to have this back to date as well. This is shipment date, then having it as date back. So everything is perfectly done now. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to, so we have everything done perfectly. So we are going to go back to home. From the home, click, close, and apply. For it to be fully loaded, and once it is fully loaded, we are good to go. I think in just a minute, everything data load already. We can see we have our sheet 1. Everything is complete. Then the next thing we are going to do is we go to insert. From insert, we're going to pick a shape, and we're going to pick this shape, and we're going to draw it. That is the first thing we are going to do. We have this shape here, and we move it a bit closer to the top, and we have this also. We have this also. Then we go to, let's go to the format. Come to the three dots here, click format, then go to shape style, go to fill, and we are going to use the same color that we use here. We are going to use this. This is the first thing we are going to do. Let me see if we can reduce this. If we have this is too dark. This is actually what I used. So we are having this. I was thinking this is somehow too bright for me. If I'm seeing this, and if I'm seeing this as well, I just want us to use probably something a bit different from what we have been using. So let's have this here. Then we're going to copy this, and we're going to paste. Then I'm going to reduce this a bit, and I'm going to have it here. Before then, let's close this. We come back to this, and let's go to, let's go to, I don't want this to be opened. So let's go to the background. Let's go to our Canva background, and let's pick a color. And we're going to pick this. Then I'm going to reduce. Exactly. Then we can start from there. Then we'll close this back. Then I'm having this. Then I'm going to the three dots as before, format. So I have it opened. So I'm going to just move this a bit closer here. This will be closer to this place. We can just reduce this a bit. Yeah, so I'm having this to be at the same end. So we have it already. Then the next thing is, let's move it closer a bit. Then the next thing is, I'm going to copy this as well. And I'm going to paste. I'm also going to paste. I will leave one there. Then I'm going to make this down. I'm going to make this down. And I'm going to put this closer here. Very close to this. Let me put it that way. Then I'm going to have it a bit wider. Then I'm going to draw it down. Then I'm going to bring this down as well. Then I'm going to expand this to almost touch here. That's good. Then I'm going to have this. I'm going to reduce it a bit. I think I should have it this way. And I'm going to copy this and make it in 3 places. I'm going to copy, then I'm going to paste. So I'm going to have one closer here. I'm going to have the second one, then I'm going to have the third one. Let me have it here closer. And I'm going to draw it, move it a bit. Move this up also. I'm going to move it a bit closer to this. I'll move this up a bit. And we're going to also move it this a bit closer. we are going to adjust everything because some of them are more longer than the other. So don't worry. If we are not having the same size and the same length, that is never a problem. I can as well have this. So that's good. Let me see if we can move it up to close a bit. No. Then the next thing is I'm going to have this and I'm going to copy it as well. I'm going to paste. I'm going to have it here. Then we are going to have this closer and I'm going to have it somehow bring it down and I'm going to have it this way. Then I'm going to have this closer. Then I'm going to move it a bit closer to here and I'm going to also have this. Then I'm going to draw it closer here and I'm going to move it closer and I'm also going to move this closer a bit as well. One might be bigger than the other, don't worry. I can as well reduce this a bit and make this longer a bit. Then I'm going to copy this and I'm going to bring it down. Then I'm going to make it straight and I'm going to try to move this a bit down. Try to move this a bit down as well. Then I'm going to have this here. Then the next thing we are going to do, we are going to have our work save. Remember, we have not given it a name, so we have save as. So save it wherever that you like and put it in a place you will remember. This is going to be, I've already have an order, so I'm going to make it order dashboard. Order dashboard. Then I'm going to save. So let's wait for it. So we have our order dashboard. Then I'm going to change this to not page one, rather, I'm going to turn it to a report. I'm going to click enter. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually close this. I don't need it for now. When I need it, I'll come back to it. Then I'm going to, okay, that is already closed. Then the first thing we are going to pick, we want to pick our card. Let's pick this card and let it have it here. I'm putting the card here. I'm putting the card closer. Let me see, that should be fine. Then I'm going to pick our cells. We are not going to create mail for this, so don't worry. We have the cells and we have the cells already. We're going to adjust it. So let's go to format. Go to this format. Then the first thing we are going to do, we go to size and style. Then we are going to remove the background. You can see we don't want the background. Let me draw this down so that you can see everything perfectly. No. We can as well put it here so that we can see it. Then the title, the callout label is the title that we are having here. So we don't need it. We remove it. Then we open this. This is off. Then we put it on. Then we put the title and we're going to make it to sales. Then I'm going to I'm going to turn it to white for us to see. Then I'll come back to the font. I'm going to use Psycho UI block, and I'm going to make it, I think, let me make it 13. Then we have this here. Then we go to, the next thing we go to the value. This is colored value. The colored value, we're also going to use Psycho UI bold. Then I'm going to make 25. You can see, let me click out first and let's see. So we have this. Let's go back. Our title. Let's go back to the title and let's make it center. Let's center it. So we have it centered. Then we'll move this up a bit. Then we have, we go back to our colored value and we're going to make it white. So we can see. Then the next thing we're going to do, let's go to our table view. And let's go to our sales. Let's go to the sales. Let's look for the profit and sales. This is the sales. Let's put a currency in the sales. So we're using this currency. Let's wait and let's go to, let's finish working on it. So let's wait for it. Then let's go to profits. Also, let's add a currency. So we're going to add, already we have it here. Also, we have it here as well. So let's add this currency into the profits. Then we'll go back to our report view. So you can see we have the profits, the currency there. So we bring this down here and let's reduce it a bit. Let's also try to, and let's move it up. And the next thing is we're still going to reduce the number a bit. Let's go back to our colored value. I think it's a bit too big. So we can have it this way. Let's see. So we have it already, our total sales. So we bring it up. Then we are going to copy because we need about 5 or 6. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to place it in 6 times, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me make it 5. And let me bring it to 1 after the other close. So we're having 1 here. Then we're having another 1 here. Then we're having another 1 here. Then we're having another 1 here. Please, if you find this video interesting, if you find this video useful, please subscribe, please like, please comment as well, and also make a comment, and also please share. And if there's anything you want me to work on, there's any video you want me to do, put it on the comment section and we'll attend to it. And peradventure you put and you are still waiting for the video, I can assure you that I'm going to work on every request. Anything you put on the video and you want me to make video on, don't worry, I'm going to do it. It's just that I have so many people asking me to work on some things which I just have to also try to do. But I will attend to everything without leaving one unattended to. So the next thing is we'll come back here. Then we are going to remove the sales. Then we are going to have our profits. So we have our profits. So this is our profit. Then we go to either total sales, we just make it profit. Total profit. all this thing I'm doing, I can as well create a mail for it. And if you want to learn how to create a mail for all this, you can just check others, one of those of my video. I think I have done several of those videos, except few that I didn't create mail. So I'm trying to balance both, that you can use it without creating mail. You can also create mail to use it. So you can use it in both aspects. That is why I'm trying to teach you in both ways. So we have our total profit. Then the next thing is, let's click out of it. And we have this. And the next thing we're going to have, remove this. Then we are going to have our quantity. And we are not going to use 8,000. Let's go to the callout value, display unit. We are going to make it none. So do we have sum of quantity? We don't need sum of quantity. We need count. We want to count the order. Count, that's what we need. Then we are going to, let's go back to our title. Then we are going to make it, this is order. So we have hash there. So this is what they order for. Then we have that already. Then the next thing we're going to do is we click out of it. Then we have this. And before then, let's try to, I don't want the space between to be too wide from one to another. I think it's better this way. So we have this. And in this, we're going to have our customer. So let's remove this and let's go to the customer. And we're going to use the customer name, don't worry. So we have, then we come down here, then let's make it count. Let's make it discount count. So we have, the reason why we're using discount count is because some customers might appear 2-3 times, but when you use discount count, it means it only give you the exact. If a customer appeared 3, 4, 5 times, it give you just one time. So we are going to have customer. So this is customer that we are going to have. Then we go to this, and we're going to remove this. Then we're going to have the state. We want to see the number of states that bought it. Remove cells. Then we're having the states. Alabama, don't worry, we're going to use count as well. Then we turn it to discount count. So that is what we have. Then we have states. Then the last but not the least for the KPIs is we need our segment. So let's go to the segments and let's look for our segments. We have our segments. Mark service customer. So we have going to use discount count as well. So we have, then we make this segments. So we are done with our KPIs. So then the next thing is I can as well just move away from this. Then we'll come back to the first one. We need our order by region, and the order by region. Let's close this. We don't need this, and let's close this as well. And let's open our build. What is happening? Let's go to, okay. Don't worry. We can click out of it. Then we need donor chart. Then I'm going to pick this donor chart. I'm going to break it down here. I'm going to expand it. I'm still going to expand it more. Then we need our order by region. So Let's pick our data. So we need our region. Where is the region? We need our region. Then we need the order. So we have the order by region. Then what we are going to do here, we are going to use all. Let's go to more function, then go to format. Then from there, let's go to data label, first of all. Position, let's leave it that way. Then let's go to label content. Let's use all details label. All details label, and let's expand it a bit. And let's bring down here. All details label, we've already done that. We don't need the legend. Let's remove it. And let's go to our title. So we're going to make our title order by region. So we have the order by region. Then let's make it center. We centered it, and let's turn it to white immediately. So we have it white. Then we'll go back to our color label, and let's go to our value. Then we are going to have our value as white also. Then the next thing is, let's go back up, size and style. We don't need the background, we remove it. So you can see, this is all what we just have to do. And let me click out and let me see. Then we're going to bring this down a bit. So if this should be the case, so what should we do? We just have to, and everything should be fine. Now, so we can still move it a bit down. So we can also move it a bit up. So we have our order by region. And let's see, so you see what we have. We have our west, we have east, then we have. So the next thing is, we are going to copy this. Then we are going to paste, because we are going to use it here. And we are going to have our order by category. So we are going to remove the region. We are going to have the category. So you see what we have. Then we go back to our title. So instead of region, we are having category. We are having category. Then we are going to copy this once more. Then we are going to paste it here. Then we are going to have our order by segment. So we remove category, then we look for our segment. So we have order by segment. Then we go to the title. Instead of category, we have segments. So we are done with that already. So we have the 3 complete. Now the next thing we have to do is, we need our top 10 city. Top 10 city, we need the city that bought this good most, our product most. So we are going to put it here, and let's expand it a bit. And I think that should fine. So we need top 10 city. And what should we use in this top 10 city? I mean, what are we using to visualize it? In this top 10 city, we are going to use the city. Then after the city, we are going to also use let me check what we actually use. We are using the order ID, then we are using the city. So let's go to the order ID. We're picking the order ID because this will help us to know what the order for. Then we are having everything done here. So the first thing we are going to do, we don't want the background. Let's remove it. And we go to our title, which is going to, you can see, we have so many. Then we come to our format. Then we come down to the city. Then you can see we have basic filtering. Then click this. Then go to top hand. Then make it 10. And you can see by value, which value are we using? We are still using our order ID. Then let's click apply. Everything will return to 10. You can see you won't have anything more than 10. So the next thing is we can just close this. Then we go to the title is going to be top 10 city. Top 10 city, and let's make it center. And let's also make it white. Then let's move forward to the y-axis. And y-axis, we don't need a title, but the value, we need to make it white. You may be asking me, where's the title? Let me try to put it on back and put it in on. You can see the city is the title, and this had a value. So we don't need a title, and we're going to make the value white. Then the next thing we go to the x-axis. We don't need anything about the x-axis, but the value, but the title, we don't need it. So the next thing we are going to do is we go to our bar, and we're going to change it to this. That is what we're going to change it to. Then we go to our data label. We put on our data label. Let's go to the position. We're going to make it outside hand. I hope you understand. Go to the option, the position, then we put it outside hand. Then the value. Then let's turn the value to white as well. So we are done. So New York, order for 9:15. Los Angeles 7:47. Philadelphia 5:37. So then the next thing is we come down here. We want to see our trend by year. Our trend by year, and for the trend by year, we are going to use our quantity, and we are going to use the year order. So let's go to let's click out from this so that the build can show. So we are going to pick our line chart. Make sure you didn't click any of this, otherwise it will replace it. So we have our line here, and let's put it our line chart here, and let's make it up. Then we are going to have our quantity. Then let's go to the order date, and we see we have hierarchy. Then we are picking the year. Exactly. Then the first thing I think we need to do is let's go back. Let's remove the background. We don't need it. And let's come down to our title. So we are going to make it trend. Trend by here. Then we are going to first of all turn it to white. Then let's move down a bit and let's center it. Then we go to the x-axis and the y-axis. For the y-axis, we don't actually need anything about the y-axis, But for the x-axis, we need some things there. So let's take it one after the other. Let's remove the y-axis. Let's remove everything about the y-axis. And let's go to, where is the x-axis? This is the x-axis, and the value, we're going to make it white. So that is what we have. We are going to leave this line, so we are not going to remove anything from it. Then the next thing, we go to our data label. And let's give it a data label. So you have it. And we are going to turn the value. We will have the position as auto. That is good. We can leave it that way. Then let's go to the value and let's make the value white. So we have it white. Then the next thing I want us to do is let's go to marker. Let's go to marker. Let's look for the marker. Then from there, we are going to, we have the marker here. Let's turn it on, show for all categories. Now we have this. Then we can just increase it to, this is actually good. And let me check the color. I use a different color, but this, we are going to use this color. Let me see. So we're having that. Then the next thing is we need our trend by year. Then we need the trend by month. So we are going to copy this. Then we are going to paste. So we make it longer. Make it longer. So we want to use our trend by month. So the only difference that is going to be there is just the changing it from year and making it month. So that is just the only thing, nothing more. Then we are going to change the title, trend by month. Then we are done with that. We are actually almost done with our visualization. Please, if you find this video interesting, if you find this video useful, please subscribe, please comment, please like, and also please share. Thank you for doing that. Then we are coming to, we are going to use, we need the top 10 customer. And for the top 10 customer, we are going to use our cluster column charts. Then we have our cluster column chart here. You know why we have to know our top 10 customers so that we'll be able to give them gift. So we give them gift for us to say, oh, thank you for patronizing us. Thank you for buying from us. So top 10 customer is what we actually need. And we want to see top 10 customer by profit. So we have our profit. Then we have our customer. So then we'll go back to our filter. Let's go to customer name, basic victory, bring it down, and let's have our top here. Then we're having 10 filter. Then we have filter needs by our profits, then apply. So you see we have our top 10, our top 10. So we can close it. We don't want the background. Then the next thing we actually going to do, we are going to make it top 10 customer Then we turn it to white. Then we'll make it center. Then let's go down to x-axis, the title, the value is on. Let's make it white. And we will move down a bit, let me see. So the title is actually x-axis, the title is off, so that's good. Value. For the y-axis, we don't need anything there. So we remove it. Then we are going to put our data label. Then we are going to change, probably we'll leave this that way. Then we are going to have our data label on. Then we move down. Then we move the value. Then we have it as white. So we are done with that. So the next thing we are going to do is we want to have our slicer. Then we can actually close this, so we don't need it. So let me click somewhere here. And let me close this. Then we're having our slicer. And I'm having it a bit this small. Then I'm going to put it somewhere here. And make it up. Then the first thing I'm going to make is I'm going to have the region central. Then I'm going to format it. Go to format. Then slicer heading, there's no problem. We are going to make it white. Before then, let's go to size and style and let's remove the background. So then we go to slicer settings and we're going to make it, this is a vertical list, that's why we're having a vertical list there. So we are going to make it a drop down. Then let's go to the value. These are the values. And we're going to make the value not actually all. So we are going to make it a bit this, so that when you can see it. So we have that already. So let me check out of it. So we have that. Then the next thing we are going to do, we come back to insert. We are going to come here, then we pick this. Then I'm going to have this reduced. I'm going to have it closer. I'm going to have it reduced. Okay. Before then, let me copy. And let me paste, let me break down because I'm going to reuse it. So we have this, so let's move out from it. So have it more under it. Okay, that's actually good. So I'm having this, I'm copy, pasting. So I'm having another filter. And in this filter, what I'm going to use, I'm going to remove. I'm going to have the segment. But for the segment, I'm not going to use drop down. Let's go to filter sorting. That's the title, segment, that's good. Let's go to settings. I'm going to make it a vertical list. So everything can be seen. Then for the value, I'm going to make it a proper white. So that's good. So we have it already. Oh my God. So we have it back. Then I'm going to also have this copy. Don't worry. I'm going to have it here, then remove this, remove this as well. So then before then, I'm going to move it this somewhere around there. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to reduce it, reduce it, reduce it. And I'm going to make it underneath. And we can have it like this. Let me see. Let me have it this way. I needed something that's okay. Let's have it this way. Let's reduce it. So this is actually good. And if we can still reduce it a bit, then that is fine. Then we have this back. So instead of using a segment, we remove from segment, we have category. So let me see if we still have to, okay, not enough. We have category. Then we are still going to copy this. We are still going to copy this. And we are going to put it here. Before then, I'm still going to copy this. Don't worry. I'm going to remove. Then I'm going to put it somewhere around there. And I'm going to remove the filter. Remove the filter as well. Then this can move closer. Then this can move down. Then I'll bring this down here. Then instead of category, I'm going to have ship mode. Then I'm going to have the ship mode. We have first class. We have 7 day. So we have it there. The last but not the least, I'm still going to have this copy. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste somewhere around there. And I'm going to have this back here. Let me reduce it. No. Then I'm going to have this here. So we are good with that. The last, not the least, I'm going to bring this down here. And I'm going to change it to the year. So we remove the shipment. Then we go to other dates. We need the year. That is actually what we need. Please, if you find this video useful, please, if you find this video interesting, please comment, please like, please subscribe as well. We are going to the final part of it, and we are going to our title. That is the final part of it. Then we have it here. Let me move this up a bit. Let me move this here. And let me have this order. Therefore, I'm going to make it order. Analytics dashboard. Then we center it. Then we increase it to like 18. I think we need more, like 24. Okay, let me see. Like 18. 18 is too much. We need like 16. Then we expand it. Then we can actually make it 18, which is good. Then we turn this to white. Then we go to the footer part. These three dots. Go to format. Then size and style. Remove the background. That is all. So we have, then I'm going to move this a bit. I'm going to reduce this a bit, and I'm going to move this down into the middle. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. I think I'm going to close this as well. So this is what we've come to the end of our order analytics dashboard. Please, if you find this video interesting, please, if you find this useful, please subscribe, please comment, please share, and click the bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. And you will learn a lot from this channel, and look forward to a wonderful and astonished dashboard from Power BI, from Microsoft Excel, and also from Lucas Studio that will be kickstarting as soon as. So let's try our footer. So first of all, we want to see from the region. I think I'm going to reduce this so that it will not conflict with anything to do with this. Let me reduce it very well. Then that is good. Then let's try to check our region. Central. Let's see what comes from the central. You can see everything will work perfectly. From the central, we have the total sale of 501,024. Then we have our profit of 39,071. Then we have 2,323 order. Then we have 629 customer. 13 states actually bought it. Then segment still remain 3. So let's remove this and let's come to East. You can see from the East we have enough of a lot of sales from the East. You can see we have a profit of 91.52 thousand, order 2,848. Then we have a customer of 674. Then we have 14 states, segment 3. So we are removing this. So we are having it back. Then let's look at the segments. Consumer, let's see consumer. What comes from the consumer? You can see consumer, we have 1.16 million. We have a total profit of 134, order 5,191, customer 49, state 47, segment is 1. So that is because that is segment that we are featuring on. Then we look for corporate. The same thing. You can see consumer really have a higher something. Then we go to category. Let's go to furniture. Let's see what is happening in furniture. You can see this is everything we're having. Trend by here, 2015 we have 1.8, which is quantity order. Then we have 2016, we have, you can see sum of quantity, 2,193. 2016, so 2,193 approximately, make it 2,200. 2017, we have 2,437, approximately 2,400. Then we have each month, what we have. We have the top city, what comes from each city, then our customer, what each customer bought. You can see this is what we actually have from the category. Then we'll go to the shipment mode. We want to see people that was shipped the same day. You can see this same day. This is what we have. Then let's go to first class. This is what we have. Then let's remove it. Then let's go to the year. 2014 alone, what do we have? This is what we actually have in 2014. Once again, thank you for taking this wonderful ride with me. My name remains Peter Analytics. Please subscribe, please comment, and please share. And look forward to the next video by clicking the bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. Once again, thank you for taking this wonderful ride with me. See you once again. Bye.